What's going on, guys? Over the last couple of days, I have been testing a whole bunch of different cases for my brand new Pixel 9 Pro XL. Today, we're going to run through, I believe, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 cases, and I'm going to give you my kind of rapid fire thoughts on them. To start things off, we are talking about this case here from a company called Crave. This case is on the sort of less expensive side at only $15.99. They do have several different color options as well. We have several of these here for you to look at. Let's slide this out of the way. And like I said, we do have a few different options here. We have forest green, we have navy, and we have sage. Ultra slim design, shock absorption, premium quality, precise cutouts. I guess that's everything we need to talk about on there. Here are the 3 different colors that I have. This sage color is actually pretty nice. This almost looks like a military kind of color to me. That's where my mind kind of goes. And then we do have that navy color as well. Now these cases are all sort of 2-layer cases, right? So we have this sort of more flexible rubberized material here and then a harder plastic shell, and they just fit together like that. Installation on this one is very, very simple and easy. You're just going to push that thing in there, and I've used it, like I said, I've used all of these for at least about half a day as I've gone through them all. The cutout for the camera is pretty good. It's kind of interesting. There's kind of a space between the camera bump and where the case is, so hopefully like you don't have a ton of dust and stuff gathering inside there, but I guess that's a possibility. We are also slightly raised along the edge of the screen so that if the device is sitting face down, you're going to have some amount of protection, not quite enough of a raised area there to really protect it well, though, from that aspect. We do have our cutouts here looking pretty good. Microphone up top, no complaints there. And as far as getting to your buttons, everything does feel nice and clicky. No real issue getting to those buttons. So I would say for $16, this is a pretty solid option. Decent colors, and it does feel like it would give you a pretty reasonable amount of shock and drop protection. Next up, we're looking at the Tudia Merge Grip case for the Pixel 9 Pro XL. Of course, with all of these, they're going to have variants that are for other phones besides the Pro XL, like the Pro and just the standard model. But again, we're looking at the Pro XL variant. They do say that this is a military grade case as well. Several different color options to look at, and there is even a MagSafe version, which I don't believe any of mine are the MagSafe ones, but $18 for the basic, $28.99 for the MagSafe compatible variant. These cases actually come in this little bag, which I think is interesting, kind of a different approach to this. So they say shock-absorbing TPU interior, polycarbonate shell exterior. We're going to look at that, but this is another kind of dual-layer case. Covered protection for buttons without any loss of responsiveness. Certified to meet or exceed mil standard 810G drop test standards. We'll grab the navy blue one for this, and I'll show you that, again, this is very similar. Oh, actually, I was wrong. This does have the MagSafe compatibility. Dang, okay, so we're going to have to test that out really quickly as well. I didn't even realize that they had sent the MagSafe one. It's so light, I never even really thought about it. We'll have to test that out as well. But as you can see, 2-layer case once again. Slightly different approach to the buttons. You actually have a little bit of daylight shining through the buttons, or I guess I should say around the buttons. Maybe you can see that there. Again, installation is going to be very, very similar. We are also slightly raised on the edge. Actually, maybe a little bit more raised. It's very, very similar in that regard. The buttons, though, still just fine. No real complaints there at all. We also do have a very similar gap around the camera bar in there, so that's kind of interesting. We get a look at the cutouts on the bottom, the microphone on top. These are very, very well-made cases, so no worries on those cutouts. Here we have a MagSafe grip. And there you go, you are attached, and that feels like that is a pretty sturdy connection, so no concerns there. That's funny, so it looks like they sent me one that was MagSafe and the other 2 were not, so just by look at the draw, I actually noticed that this one was the MagSafe compatible one. That's kind of funny. So that does give you a little bit of that extra feature set, right? You can have a grip like that, use it as a kickstand, or use it, you know, in some function like that. So that is pretty cool. I do also want to quickly compare between the Crave and the Tudia, kind of how this texture looks on the back as well. It's really, really, really similar. I'm almost wondering if these two companies don't share a manufacturer, because those look remarkably similar in a lot of different ways. Jumping up in price one more time, now we are looking at the official case from the Google store. Several different colors here. Of course, a couple of them are unfortunately sold out. I have purchased the black one myself. Got the packaging here, definitely appears to be using some recyclable stuff. It was a very basic unboxing experience, really straightforward. And here is the case itself. It is pretty darn thin, to be honest with you. Kind of has this very soft texture on the inside, which is really interesting. Feels very nice. It is quite grippy. It is definitely the grippiest of all of these cases I've looked at. I would imagine that it's probably going to do less than the other two as far as shock absorption because it is very thin, but it is of course very sleek and very grippy. Now, one problem I did have with it is I have dogs and dogs shed their fur, and this material was kind of almost getting like a static cling thing going on, and it was picking up some fur. You can actually see up here some stuff kind of sticking to it, stuff that doesn't necessarily want to wipe off, and it's kind of a material that I feel like was sort of drawing that static cling kind of thing going on to it. Nonetheless, I do really like this case quite a bit, and because it is an official Google product, of course, the cutouts and everything are going to look really good. The camera cutout is actually really close to being flush with the camera itself. Almost no raised lip around the screen, so definitely keep that in mind. And of course, the buttons are fine. Actually, the buttons look really good as well. So this is maybe my favorite of the bunch thus far. Last but not least, the most premium, the most expensive case in this group is this Thinborne Aramid fiber case. This is 600D Aramid fiber, which is very premium. It comes with a screen protector, which is actually on the device right now. We're going to talk about that here in just a moment as well. Definitely stick around for that part because it is important. It is MagSafe compatible, and it is the most expensive of the group at $69.98. Although if you go to their direct website, link in the description, I will have a coupon code down there to save you a little bit of money on that one. This is the unboxing experience for the Thinborne case. There was, like I said, screen protector and some other things in there to install the screen protector, but those are gone because I have used them. So this is Aramid fiber. If you're not familiar with it, it is a very premium material. It is basically harder than steel, very lightweight. Used in aerospace engineering, used in the military, stuff like that. MagSafe compatible, obviously. Now, one thing about this one, the installation. This thing is very tight. So when I put this thing on here, it kind of requires a little bit of force to shove it in there. And once it's in there, it is kind of hard to get it back out. So definitely keep that in mind. You can see the way that they've done the cutouts here. Around the antenna up top, they just sort of left this open, which is an interesting approach, but I guess that's just fine. Microphone up top, microphone, all these cutouts down here look just fine as well. And you can see a little bit of like a slot here, and that is to give you enough wiggle room to be able to get the thing off and on. And like I mentioned, it is MagSafe compatible, and that magnet connection is actually much stronger than it was on the Tudia case. Aramid fiber does have a nice grippy texture as well, so I would say in terms of grippiness, it's right there with the official Google case, and it's definitely adding the least bulk of any of these. Now, I did mention that screen protector, and there is a slight problem with that screen protector. It seems to be interfering with my fingerprint scanner just a little bit. As you can see here, it's really having a hard time reading my fingerprint through that screen protector. I've been using the face unlock because of that, and what I'm probably going to wind up doing is replacing that screen protector with another one. So that is sort of an unfortunate thing about this, is that screen protector, that added value, kind of giving me some trouble. I even went in and tried to redo my fingerprint after the protector was put on, and it just really does not seem to work that well. Just something I definitely need to pass along to you. Now, something that I have to mention that's very important about the Thinborne case is that it is not compatible with charging stands like the Pixel stand, and I can confirm that. My own Pixel stand 2 with that case on, it does not work. It tries to charge and then it doesn't, and you get a little flashing light here and it does not function. Now, the other cases appear to be working just fine. I'm not exactly sure what causes that hang up there, but like I said, these stand style cases do not seem to work, or stand style chargers rather, do not seem to work with the Thinborne case. Wireless chargers that it just lays down on, those seem to be fine. So absolutely keep that in mind. Also keep in mind that all of these cases, except for the Google case, were provided to me by their manufacturers. So the Tudia, the Crave, and the Thinborne cases were all sent to me, provided to me by their manufacturers. As always, though, no money has changed hands for the production of this video, and they are all seeing this video at the exact same time as you are. At any rate, I think that we have several good options here that sort of run the gamut from less expensive to a little more, and then very, very premium. I'm kind of torn between the Thinborne case and the official Google case. I really like this thing. I like that it works with my Pixel stand, but I don't like how it seems like it's constantly picking up little bits of fuzz and things like that. The Thinborne case is very good. I like that it's MagSafe. I can have the grip on the back, but it does not work with my Pixel stand, so I'm a little bit conflicted on those fronts. But guys, let me know what case you would choose, as well as what case you are using potentially on your Pixel 9 device. I will have affiliate links to all of these things in the description down below. If you click on a link and you make a purchase, I will earn commission from that purchase, so keep that in mind, guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more content like this, and until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.